Hey guys, welcome back. I thought I'd just pop on here tonight and show you a few little odds and ends I've got recently. Uh, I got another stack of books in today, but really haven't had time to rebag and board those yet, so probably save those for another video. But just some stuff. Got some stuff from tomorrow's. Uh, I went ahead and subscribed to Back Issue a few months back, and recently just subscribed to Alter Ego and the Jack Kirby Collector. And they've, I know a lot of you guys have got a lot of Tomorrow's publications, and there's just some really great stuff. This is the last back issue I got. It's number 138. This is featuring the classic heroes. And it's got stuff on Flash Gordon, Zorro, Popeye, Lone Ranger, Son of Tomahawk, the Jungle Twins. Just a bunch of great stuff. Of course, it's a Flash Gordon right there. I mean, about anything that Tomorrow's puts out is really cool. Lots of great information. Just kind of go through here a little bit. This is one of my favorite series, Son of Tomahawk. Great Joe Kubert cover. I think Frank Thorne did a lot of the interior art, and he had a style that was kind of reminiscent of Kubert. Got some classic Flash Gordon. I've just recently become aware that Gold Key did a Flash Gordon series, so I want to try an issue or two of that if I can find some. There's probably a series from the 80s, Dan Jurgens. Zorro in the Bronze Age. Some great stuff there. Yeah, just really, this is a great magazine about anything. There's always going to be something in it. Even if the theme I'm not something real fond of, there's always going to be something in it that interests me and that I like. So, anybody, I would highly recommend getting a subscription to this. And also, from Tomorrow's, I had this pre-order for quite a while, and I got it last week. And I've slowly been trying to delve through it. It's like 200, it's almost 260 pages, but it's the Team Up Companion by Michael Urey. And this is a treasure trove for guys that like Team Up comics, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there. I was just talking to my buddy Rod about this, Dr. Silver Age, and I said this is one of those books you just really can't be without. Just a few highlights. I mean, there's stories in here about Bob Haney. Of course, all the Brave and Bold stuff he did. I'll just kind of give a little rundown. I won't show it all, but let's see. It features stuff on Adam and Hawkman, the Iron Man Submariner one shot, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Captain America, Falcon, Daredevil, Black Widow, Power Man, Iron Fist, Batman Family, Brave and Bold. Here's I'll go ahead and show this. Here's two great pictures of Bob Haney and Ramona Fradon. Of course, Ramona Fradon did a lot of this stuff for DC. Aquaman and Metamorpho, Freedom Fighters, Plastic Man, just all kinds of stuff. And I say there's some stuff on Brave and Bold. There's just nothing in here. I mean, it even has stuff on Scooby-Doo movies. If you guys remember those when you were a kid, guest starring Josie and the Pussycats, Batman and Robin, Sonny and Cher. There's some Marvel 2-in-1. There's some Western team-up stuff. I think there's actually Western team-ups. I don't think I have that issue, but now I'm going to have to find one. Rawhide Kid and Dakota Kid, Western team-up. But lots of stuff in here on the Richie Rich books. Richie Rich and Casper, Jackie Jokers, Little Dot, Timmy Time, Cadbury. I mean, just got an article on DC Presents. I mean, there's really, I could go on and on. But as far as the articles, you've got Creator Spotlight, Mike Barr, Elliot Brown, Bob Haney, Jim Aparo, Charlie Boatner. Like a lot of stuff on Brave and Bold and Marvel Team Up, Scooby-Doo movies, Marvel 2-in-1 Western Team Up, Super Villain Team Up, Super Team Family, DC Marvel Team Ups, Harvey Team Ups, DC Superstars, DC Comics Presents, the Superman versus Team Ups. So it's just just really really happy to have this one, and I'm slowly plowing my way through it. Went to my local comic shop, I guess about a week or so ago, and found something that I was looking for the last time I was in there, and I might have shown it in an earlier video, but I found the Superman versus Wonder Woman Treasury, and there's still several DC Treasuries that I want to get, but these two are like the main ones that I've been looking for a long time, or at least affordable copies anyway. And I asked him, I said, I was looking for the Superman Wonder Woman. He had an issue of that. I said, and I know he used to have the Welcome Back Kotter Treasury. And I always thought that was kind of funny. I said, cool collectible, and I've got all the regular Kotter series except one, I think. But, I was just kind of looking around. He had like a box of treasuries and stuff and went there. And he said he had sold a copy, but he must have, I don't know if he had me in mind or not because I didn't get to talk to him. But he had another copy in there. So I was finally able to score the Welcome Back Kotter Treasury. 72 pages. I think Bob Oskner did the art. I think he did on the regular series too. But this is when the treasuries it went up from $1 to $2. But really happy to have this in the collection. Only other thing of note here, and it's kind of funny. I wanted to do this forever, but I was always a big fan, and I know a lot of you guys are too. Because, like I say again, Rod and I talked about this, but the house ads, for Marvel and DC, but especially for DC, because that is really what got me into wanting to collect the back issues. Because when I started collecting in '73 or '74, a lot of the 20 centers were out and the 100-page spectaculars, but you would see ads for others, and most of the time those books they either weren't in the place where I was getting comics, like the drugstore or grocery store or whatever, or they had already been on sale. And I said, where do you get these books at? Of course, then I started kind of flipping through the ad pages and saw, besides those ads for those books that I wondered where I could get them, you could look further inside and you find the little ads for the comic catalogs, Passaic Book Center and Robert Bell and, there was dozens of them, and you sent off a quarter or 50 cents or a self-addressed stamped envelope and you get a comic list, and that's just what kind of started my whole thing in the back issues. But what really fueled them were those ads. And I had talked about doing this earlier, like maybe making a backdrop of like, some of those ads and blow them up to big size. But I just kind of wanted to see how it would look on glossy paper. So I just kind of printed out a few just like on 8x10, just to kind of see what they would look like. It actually turned out pretty well. But I want to get these blowed up. Here's just a sample of some stuff that I printed out. Now this was like a half-page ad in Adventure Comics, and for you guys that were following it around the time the Spectre run was going on with Michael Fleischer and Jim Aparo, well, there was a little backup feature later on that had the 7 Soldiers of Victory, which I'm also a big fan, and I know Charlton 66, I know Steve's a big fan of those guys, and Rod, and I know several other you guys are too. But, it was like a 6 or 7 or 8 part story, but like every chapter was drawn by a different artist except for the bookends. The bookends were drawn by Dick Dillon and Dick Giordano, and then in the middle, you had chapters by Mike Grell and Howard Chaykin and Ernie Chan, just an all-star lineup. But it was actually a story that they had a script for, but they didn't really illustrate it until the 70s. But this was, before I get too long-winded about it, and I can go on forever about that story. This was like a half-page ad, and I blew it up to size, and this the art is by Mike Grell, and I just thought it was awesome. So here we have a little sneak peek at the story, The Land of Magic, with art by Mike Grell. You got the classic 7 there. I guess they're probably showing 6 because you don't see. Yeah, you know 7. Actually, there's 8 soldiers if you count Crimson Avenger's partner Wing, and Mike Grell actually does the Crimson Avenger in Wing chapter. But yeah, I just thought this was great. This is the kind of stuff that really got me wanting to be a comic collector and wanting to collect the older comics. But just it came out pretty good. I want to blow them up to a bigger size. This is pretty cool. And this is a classic one from the line of DC Superstars for the best in comics, and all these 20 centers. So just great stuff there. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember these. I think I've probably got all these issues out. I'm not sure, but if I don't, I'm going to probably try to get the ones I don't have just so I can do a video on it. This is very cool. Here's a spotlight some of the 100-pagers. Biggest bargain in comics. So I do have all these because I've got all the 100-pagers, but here's some more stuff. I just love these, and it just really got my juices flowing wanting to be a collector, especially for older DC stuff. It actually came out fairly well. And here's one I really love, and 2 of my favorite 100-pagers actually. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this ad too. For Detective Comics, I guess it was 438. Yeah, 438. And Shazam number 8. And I think this has a reprint of the first Black Adam story from the old Fawcett series. But just, yeah, the 100-pagers, I mean, that is my jam, as most of you know. So I just thought you guys might be interested in seeing that. I'm going to go somewhere and get these blowed up bigger. But just a little insight to what what got me started in collecting. All right, guys, I'll try to be back maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try to get on with the fossils tomorrow, at least for an hour or so, and see what everybody's up to, because I've missed probably about a month's worth of those streams, so looking forward to that. And for all you guys watching, I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, give a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, I don't want to know. No, just kidding. But, I appreciate every comment. I appreciate every view. I'm not in this to garner more, subscribers or whatever. I mean, I really don't even know how many I have now, but it's just love the community and love all the guys that are on here showing their books and their collections. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, and I've rambled on enough, and it's time to go to bed. So onward and upward.